Before stepping into a relationship with a man, every lady should pause, reflect, and prepare herself for what lies ahead. Love is beautiful, but it also requires wisdom, self-awareness, and emotional readiness. The truth is, the foundation you set before entering a relationship often determines how strong, peaceful, and fulfilling that relationship will be. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Relationship and Marriage Tips Unveiled. Today, I want to talk about something very important, the very first thing every lady must do before getting into a relationship with a man. Please subscribe to my channel Relationship and Marriage Tips Unveiled for more interesting advice to spice up your relationship. As a woman, the very first thing you should do is not about the man, it's about you. You must know yourself, understand your values, and be clear about what you want in life and love. Too many women rush into relationships because of loneliness, pressure from society, or the desire to be chosen, forgetting that the real power lies in choosing right. Before you give your heart to someone, ask yourself, am I whole enough to share love without losing myself? Do I know my worth? Am I emotionally, mentally, and spiritually prepared to handle the responsibilities of a relationship? Because when you enter love unprepared, you risk building on shaky ground. So, the first thing to do before getting into a relationship with a man is to work on yourself, your mindset, your purpose, and your boundaries. When you are whole, confident, and intentional, you attract the right kind of love, and you avoid falling for just any man who shows you attention. You see, many of us desire love. We want companionship, attention, and the joy of having someone to call our own. But the truth is, before you ever step into a relationship, there is a foundation you must lay, and that foundation is you. The first thing to do before you get into a relationship with a man is to work on yourself. Now let me explain this in detail. Number 1, know yourself. If you don't know who you are, you will easily lose yourself in a relationship. Spend time understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, your triggers, and your values. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What do I want in life? Because if you don't know these things, you will settle for less than you deserve. Number 2, heal from your past. So many ladies walk into new relationships carrying the wounds of the old ones. Maybe you've been betrayed, cheated on, or deeply hurt. If you don't heal, you'll carry trust issues, insecurities, and pain into your new relationship, and it will sabotage what could have been beautiful. Healing doesn't mean forgetting, it means learning, forgiving, and growing stronger. Number 3, set your boundaries. Boundaries are not about being difficult, they're about protecting your peace and your worth. Before you get into a relationship, ask yourself, what are the things I will not tolerate? What are my non-negotiables? When you set boundaries early, you teach people how to treat you. Number 4, know your purpose. A relationship is not meant to complete you, it is meant to complement you. If you don't know your purpose, you will end up depending on a man to give your life direction. But when you already have a sense of where you're going, you will choose a man who aligns with your vision, not one who distracts you from it. Number 5, love yourself first. Many ladies are so focused on receiving love that they forget to give it to themselves. Let me tell you, self-love sets the standard for how others will love you. When you value yourself, you won't settle for half love or mistreatment. You'll only accept the love that matches your worth. So my dear sister, before you jump into that relationship, pause. Take time to work on you. Become emotionally stable, spiritually grounded, mentally strong, and confident in who you are. Because when you are whole, you attract love that is healthy, genuine, and lasting. Remember, a relationship should be an addition to your life, not a replacement for your identity. Just a quick one, there was a young lady named Ada. She was beautiful, intelligent, and full of dreams. But Ada did not know herself. When she got into a relationship, she molded her entire identity around her man. She stopped pursuing her career goals. She stopped hanging out with her friends. She changed her style, her beliefs, even her laughter, just to please him. At first, it seemed like love. But over time, Ada realized she had lost herself. She didn't know what made her happy anymore. She didn't know what she stood for. And when the relationship ended, she was left empty. What's the lesson? Love should add to who you are, not erase you. When you don't know yourself, you risk becoming like Ada, lost and broken. But when you know yourself, even if a relationship ends, you still stand strong, because your identity is not tied to a man. Another powerful keyword is healing from the past before love. Listen carefully, if you do not heal before love, you will bleed on the man who never cut you. You will take the pain of yesterday and use it to poison the love of today. So in this session, let us go deep into why healing matters, how unhealed wounds show up in relationships, and how you can truly set yourself free before opening your heart again. Think about this. If you fall and injure your leg today, would you start running a marathon tomorrow? Of course not. You'd first give your leg time to rest, recover, and regain strength. But when it comes to relationships, so many of us want to rush. We come out of heartbreak, disappointment, betrayal, or even childhood trauma, and without healing, we jump into a new relationship, hoping the new man will fix us. But hear this truth, no man can heal you. He can support you, he can love you, but healing is an inside job. If you don't heal, you will misinterpret his love. A simple delay in replying your message will trigger fear of abandonment. A harmless mistake will remind you of the man who cheated. A small disagreement will make you feel unloved. Healing matters because it gives you a fresh start. It allows you to love with clarity, not fear. Let's be practical. How do you know you are still carrying wounds from the past? Here are some signs. You compare every man to your ex. You find it hard to trust, even without reason. You carry bitterness or anger towards men in general. You overreact to little issues. You fear abandonment so much that you cling too tightly. You believe every relationship will end badly. If you notice these patterns, it's not that you're a bad person, it simply means you need healing. And acknowledging this is the first step to freedom. Let me share a story. There was a young woman named Chica. She had been in a relationship where her partner cheated multiple times. She left that relationship broken and angry. Later, she met a new man who was genuinely kind and faithful. But Chica had not healed. Whenever her new partner received a phone call, she assumed it was another woman. When he forgot to text her back, she exploded in anger. In her heart, she thought she was protecting herself. But in reality, she was destroying a good relationship because of wounds from the past. Eventually, the man could not take the constant accusations and left. The lesson? Until you heal, you may push away the very love you are praying for. So how do you truly heal before getting into a relationship? Acknowledge the pain. Don't suppress it. Admit, yes, I was hurt. Yes, I was betrayed. Naming it is the first step. Forgive, not for them, but for you. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was right. It means you refuse to carry their poison in your soul. Release bitterness. Bitterness is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. Let it go, because it only destroys you. Seek support. Talk to a counselor, mentor, or trusted friend. Healing sometimes requires guidance. Rebuild your self-worth. Remind yourself that you are still valuable, still worthy of love, regardless of what happened. Take your time. Don't rush. Healing is not a race. Now, let's pause and do a small reflection. Close your eyes if you can. Think about your past relationships. Is there someone you are still angry at? Is there a memory that still makes you cry? Is there a pain you have buried but not truly faced? Write it down. Write the person's name, write what they did, and then write these words. I release this pain. I refuse to let it control my future. You may need to do this many times. Healing is like peeling an onion, it comes in layers. But each step you take brings freedom. Healing is not weakness, it is wisdom. A broken heart is like broken glass. If you try to hold someone else with it before it's healed, you will cut them and yourself. So before you enter a relationship with a man, take time to heal. Don't carry yesterday's pain into today's love. Thank you for watching today's video. If this message spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Relationship and Marriage Tips Unveiled for more deep and practical advice on love and marriage. Until next time, stay wise and stay loved.